Hi, my name is Donna D. I am a born and raised Jersey girl. With the exception of about 13 years, I lived in Florida with my late husband. I am a mom of 2, a stepmom of 4. I have 11 grandchildren, ranging in ages from 15 to 7 months. I moved back to New Jersey full-time in April of 2021, and then to be closer to my family because I missed them all. I was by myself in Florida. And then in July of 2021, I had a fall. I dislocated my shoulder and severely damaged my neck. And I went through many different things over the course of the year. I had MRIs, I had CT scans, tried physical therapy, epidurals. I even went on this test experiment for ablation, which from my understanding I think is a burning of the nerve endings to stop pain. But I wasn't a candidate for that. And my doctor decided that my next course of action was probably going to be cortisone shots. Anything to avoid surgery, because me and surgeries, we just do not get along. So he said after the cortisone, maybe we can start thinking about doing some acupuncture. And I said to him, you know, I've been very curious about it. I've read about it several times on my own, and can we do the acupuncture instead of the cortisone? And he said, sure. And when can we start? And he said, you can start immediately. So I left his office and I went right to the front desk and made an appointment for the next day. And that's when I met Nilesh Shah, who is my acupuncturist, and wonderful man from India. He's been doing this for quite a long time, and he was explaining the procedure to me, made me feel very, very comfortable, and told me up front that don't get your expectations so high right away, because this process takes time, and not everybody is the same with their outcomes. So I wasn't going to set my expectations high. I have a lot of issues that go on, and so I wasn't expecting anything. But a procedure to try something new and to avoid those surgeries. So as he started to put the needles into my leg, I actually went for my neck, but it progressed into other areas. And he noticed the scar on my leg that went from my top of my knee to the shin, and asked me about it. And I told him about the total knee replacements that I had had. I have had a total of 3 total knees in one leg, because I've had a total of 3 infections also in those legs. And it has developed into heavy-duty scar tissue, which my orthopedic tells me you can't do anything about. You just kind of have to live with it. They could blast it, but I think it's almost like a calcium, where it just, if it blows up, it just goes anywhere, and I wasn't going to take that chance because I already knew that I have issues. I don't want it lodging someplace where I'm not going to be able to control it. So I left it alone. Nilesh said to me he loves working on scar tissue. So I said, okay, well, you know what? I've got nothing to lose, so let's give this a try. He put the needles in, and I wasn't feeling anything. I was going twice a week, and the first few times I felt nothing, and then went one day and it was like, whoa, I feel something here, and told him, and I think he smiled. and then each time I felt more and more and more, to a point where now when he sticks it in, I'm like, ow, that hurts. But only for a brief second, because it's nothing. It's just like a little tiny pinch. So I started actually having feeling in my leg, both sides of my leg. I can now have feeling, which I haven't had in 10 years, no feeling whatsoever. And now I do on both sides. I have some sensation along the scar line and at the top of my knee. Then one day I'm looking at this knee and I said, you know, this is weird. So when I saw him the next time, I said, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, Nilesh, but I really think this scar is changing. And he said, it is. I didn't want to tell you. I wanted you to see it on your own, but it's lightening. It's getting lighter and lighter. And honest to God, my leg was so ugly that I would never wear a dress or shorts. And now it's gotten so light that I'm not embarrassed anymore. So I wear dresses and shorts, and it's made such a difference in me. Scar tissue is very debilitating, and it stops you from doing a lot of the things that you like to do. I could not get up off of a chair without having to hold on to something. I couldn't run, which I still can't run. I don't like running anyway, but I'm more of a walker. But it's this, I don't know, this acupuncture has almost felt like a miracle to me, because it's given me more freedom than I have had in 10 years. I no longer have to move my cat off of my legs because she's too heavy to sit on my knee, because it was very painful. I would sit down or move and all I would hear was the scar tissue cracking. I no longer hear that. It's just wonderful. I'm going to my orthopedic next week, and I can't wait to show him my leg, tell him about my experience, and hopefully maybe he'll do a little bit of research on his own, and when one of his next patients says, you know, can you do something about this scar tissue, maybe he'll say, you know, I have a patient that she had really good results with acupuncture. Maybe you would want to try that, you know, and I think that would be great. And, you know, Nilesh and I have only been doing this for 2 months, and I'm now going once a week, but I can't wait to see how far this journey will take us. Me, he knows what it does, but me, I don't know, so I can't wait to see what happens next. Who knows, maybe I won't have any pain somewhere down the line, because I still do. I still have pain. I'm not going to say that it's gone, but it is so much more bearable and freeing right now for me. And that's my story. But my neck that I actually came in for, I could only turn my neck to like here. Now I can turn it all the way here. It's still painful. I do have pain back here, but I'm doing things that I have not been able to do in a year. And so grateful. And one of those things that I couldn't do was actually drive. Try to make a turn, or to see if a car's next to you like this. You know, you have to turn your whole body and then the whole car goes with you. But I'm doing so much better, and I'm just thrilled to death. And I hope anybody that's watching this gives it a shot, because it's amazing.